Welcome to Debris Free. Today I'm going to be doing a demonstration of our debris-free Rhino Este camera tablet machine. I'm going to go over all the features and how to use the machine and have a better understanding for our customers. I think you'll be very happy. It's a great machine. I'm going to start off with the hose first. So we have a 50-foot hose, which is very long, and in some cases you can keep it, and if you're doing a smaller house or one, a single-story house, you can actually keep the machine in the middle of the floor in the living room and actually do almost the whole house without having to move the machine much at all. So it's real good to have a long hose. So let me get started with taking the hose off. Okay, so now that we have the hose off the machine, I want to quickly explain the electrical part of it back here so I can get it out of my way so I can mount the hose. So the machine comes with two cords. They have to be plugged into two different outlets, and it can be 10 amps or 15 amps outlets, but it has to be two different lines so that it doesn't blow the fuse. So you have here, and you just plug them into two different lines, and this way you don't have to have a 20 amp for the machine, which is basically only in the kitchen and the bathrooms. So this makes it where you can plug it in on one side of the wall and then on the other side of the wall onto a 10 amp fuse. So I want to show you these. This is what the hose goes wrapped around. We have two in the front. Actually, these are two in the back, and we have two in the front. And the hose wraps around once you finish working. So now, let's hook up the hose. Let me show you. This is a really solid aluminum piece here, not plastic, that connects to the machine that spins the rod. And this is one wire which gives the power to the camera that's hooked on the front of the hose, connected to the front of the hose. Before you put the hose on, you want to lock the two front wheels in the front. The two front wheels have locks on them. You just push this down on both sides and it locks the machine so it doesn't move on you. And also I wanted to show you these. These are stair climbers. There's one on each side. These don't touch the floor unless you tilt the machine back with the handle that we're going to put on the back here in a little bit. So I'm not sure. We've never had any tests done on the steps. I just added this so that maybe some people can bring it up the second story. But this slides out, and it's just a cotter pin. So if you want to put one big air tire, that might be better to go up steps, with this 90-pound machine. That's up to you. You can do that. This just slides right off, and you put the cotter pin in there. But these might work. We've never tried them on, something I just threw on there for free. I didn't even add any price to the machine for that. So, but let's get back to the hose now. So now the hose, see, it goes in. Then you put this. It's got to go all the way deep inside. Now you see it's all the way pushed in. So you do one side a little bit, then the other side a little bit. It's got to be just right, otherwise. The first time, it's a little hard because it's new, and there's like a spring system. So after a couple of times, it gets easier. But the connection, you can see, it's really solid. It's completely sealed, so there's no leakage, there's no suction leaking anywhere. And so it's very simple. This is for the camera. It only goes in one way. Just spin it around until the little 4 pins catch the right. See, there you go. Then you lock it, turn the knob here to screw it in so it doesn't come out on you while you're working. You really probably don't even need to screw that in. You could just push it in. The pins are already in there. So that's tight now. Okay, so we're ready to go on to the next step.
to show you the camera.
Okay, so let's get started showing you how to put the brush on, how to attach the brush. So first of all, this is the front part of the hose. Here's the vacuum. There's 3 holes for the vacuum. And then here, the suction. And here is a small, hole for the brush, which matches the hole on the brush. That's the shaft, has a little hole in it. And then you can see on the brush, there's a little hole there. So you match them up. You slide the brush on there. And then you put the screw through. So you can see the screw is through there. And it comes with a little lock nut, so it never comes off inside of a ductwork. And you only need to put this a little bit, that's it. You don't need to screw this all the way. You just tighten it a little bit with your hand. And if if you want, you can make it a little tighter with a wrench, but with the hand, it's good enough. And there you go. And that's how that works. Now, let's look at the camera. So the camera is attached to the hose, and it's about 18 inches behind the brush so it doesn't get damaged. And it's a very powerful HD camera. The picture quality and video quality is unbelievable. And it runs, on the tablet. It's a Wi-Fi camera. So the way it works is we have the tablet on the machine with magnets that comes off so you can walk around with it. There's no wires because it's Wi-Fi. So you don't need any internet. You only need to have the camera wire hooked onto the machine and have the machine on, and then the Wi-Fi will work because the camera's on. And then you can see from outside if you want with the tablet, anywhere. You can sit with the customer at the table, kitchen table, and the customer can see everything that's going on while you have another technician working. And we'll demonstrate that after this. But this is the camera. So this is the tablet. The tablet, it's right here and it's magnetized. So let's say you want to go talk to the customer, you can just take it off and there's magnets in the back and here, so that when you put it in, that's it, it won't come off. It's very strong magnets. This goes up and down to show the tablet. Here is the remote control, and this controls the speed of the brush. Just the brush, not the speed, the brush, on and off. So when you hit it, it turns the brush on. When you hit it again, it turns the brush off. It's just off and on. Here's electric to plug the tablet in, which comes with a year guarantee, warranty, and it comes with the wire and everything. So you can plug it in right here and then plug it to electric, 110 electric here. It's a 110 electric machine. Here are all the controls. So when you're not using the remote, you want to use it on manual. So you put it on manual. Here it's forward. In the middle is neutral. If you have it in the middle, the brush is not gonna work. Some people get it and they say it's not working, but then it's because they have it in the neutral. So it's got to be the forward all the way up or all the way down reverse. And then you have speed control, and this is one of the best options on the machine. So if you're doing like I did for 20 years, flex ductwork in Florida, which I'm located in, it's you can't have a really high brushing system, otherwise it can damage the ductwork. But flex is very strong though. So I keep it like halfway when I do flex. If you're doing metal, you can go all the way, but it's like a helicopter. It's fast, and you'll see when I show you there in a little bit. So this is the speed control. It goes from 0, then you can control it from low speed all the way to high speed. Then you have the brush. So this is a switch for the brush. If you have it off, it won't work. If you have to have it on, and then it'll work. The vacuum is the same thing. This is a switch for the vacuum. And this is a switch for the on and off for the machine. And I'm going to close this now and let's open it up and show you the inside, and then we'll start to show you how the machine works. So to open the machine inside where the two filters are, there's two motors, two very powerful motors, and they both have filters that you can take off and wash them. You don't need to replace them. You take them off, blow them with a blower, or you can just wash them and then put them back once they're dry. Okay, to open the machine, we're gonna wanna grab here and one hand back here and then just lift it. See, it has a spring right here to open it. And these are the two filters. So these are the two motors with the filters. So these filters you can take off, wash them outside with a water hose or anywhere, or blow them off with some kind of blower, and then put them back. You don't have to buy new ones. But we do stock everything here in Florida. So we sell everything. We can get it to you if you need something in emergency within a day, 2 days, 3 days, depending on the shipping costs, on how much you need it, how fast you need it. So here is the bag. So these bags are also washable, and you get like 25 bags. You get this one, and then you get another bag that has about 25 bags, and you can use use about 10 or whatever, throw them to the side, and then wash them. So you don't need to throw them away. But we do sell them too, and they're inexpensive. Here it's completely sealed. Nothing gets in or out of here whatsoever. This is sealed in here. This has got a rubber right here so that when it closes like this, it's completely sealed. So there's nothing getting into anybody's house or any kind of dust, particles, and that's a really good feature. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna put everything back here, and then we're going to run the machine and show you how it works. Okay, let's get started using the machine. The first thing you want to do, of course, make sure that you're plugged into two different outlets that are at least 10 amps or 15 amps, which is any bedroom or living room, just two different breakers, one on one side of the wall, another one on the other side of the wall. Then you want to make sure the machine's on, otherwise the camera won't work. So now that the machine's on, the first step that you have to do, the tablet's already set up with this little blue icon there, XMI. That's the app that works the camera. You can also download that app and it'll work on your phone too. Or any other app, any other tablet. If you have another tablet, it'll work on that too. But when I send it to you, it already comes down, downloaded already, the app. So the first thing you have to do for the first time only, you have to go to, once you plug in the back here, once you plug in the camera here, and you have this plugged in. You don't need the hose plugged in. Of course you want to have it, that's why you're going to be working, but this definitely has to be on, plugged in, the camera. So once you have that, that's in there. So now you hit settings. This is the first time only. And if it loses it one time, then you'll have to do the same thing too. Go to Wi-Fi. Then here you look for the camera, and there it is, KT 836A. So you're always going to see KT, and then you have to hit on that. That connects to the camera Wi-Fi without any internet. You don't need any internet. You're just connecting to the Wi-Fi, the camera that's on right now. And there it is. So now that that's connected, you just can close that. Now you come back here and you open the app, the little blue app there, little house. Once it opens up, then you come over here and you hit the little square yellow box. Then you hit agree. Once you see this screen, you go right here and you hit the little plus, Once you hit that plus sign, you want to hit the search. We don't use any passwords or nothing else. All you use is hit search. So now it's going to search for the camera. It's searching for the Wi-Fi. So this is the serial number of the camera. You click on that one time, and that's the camera. Now you want to add the camera. it's going to remember this now for the next time. So now you click on the camera. Now the camera comes on the bottom. You see the camera. You click on that, and now the camera should come on. And there you go. That's the camera. Now, in order to get the record and take picture functions, because the tablet is on on sideways, you have to turn it around forward and then put it back sideways with the buttons facing up. And now you see the buttons here. So that's for sound, pictures, and video. And so you can take pictures, you can take a video, you can even talk from the tablet to the technician who's working. It's really a pretty nice system, and you can see the picture, and when you see it live using the machine yourself, the HD is unbelievable. The picture is incredible. So let me show you the camera over here. Give me a second. So this is the camera, and the lighting is very strong, LED lighting. So when it's in the ductwork, it lights up the whole ductwork, and you can see everything. Like I said, it's incredible. And so this is the function of the camera. So now let's go to the brush. So let's go back to the machine here. We want to show you the whole system now. And you can see that we're still looking at the camera here. But so we're going to do manual. We're going to do forward. And we're going to leave the speed in the middle there. So let's put the brush system on. You can see the green light comes on, letting you know that the brush is on, and there you go. So now you see that's the brush. And then the vacuum. So that's the vacuum. And this is the brush. That's only halfway. You can see how fast it's spinning around. Now I'm going to keep going. You can see how fast that's spinning. And you don't want to do that on flex. You want to keep it like in the middle, somewhere around here. You can see, I can do my hand. That's about it. And if you want to, keep it even smaller like that, which is about the middle. And so that's forward. Then you can shut it off from neutral and put it in reverse. And again, and what I was mentioning to you about the holes not having to be completely straight, you can see how close I have the hose. And you can see that it's not twisting, it's not curling up. And there's other machines that you could never do this because it would twist up and you'd have to get off the ladder and go and straighten it out. You almost have to keep the hose 50 feet straight. Where here you can keep it within a 10, 15 feet area and still work where it won't curl up on you. It won't get all twisted up on you. And so basically the last thing that I want to show you, let me shut this off. It's over here on the table, all the brushes that come. You can see there's 7 brushes. These are all the brushes. Now here, this is the handle that goes on the back of the machine. So let's show you how to put this on. It comes with 4 screws, these screws here with the black. You put the screw through here. and you just screw it on to the back of the machine. There's 4 screws. I won't put them all on, but I'll just put the 2 bottom ones on. And that's it. So this way you have a handle, and with the handle you can pull it around, twist it, and it'll stay but the handle is made basically to go up the steps with it. Again, I've never tried going up the steps with it. We don't have a lot of steps here, 2 stories homes here. Also, the stair climbers, they don't touch the floor when the machine is straight up. There's 4 wheels, 2 here and 2 in the back, and the 2 front ones lock so that you can twist it, you can turn the machine. You can turn the machine around, and it's pretty easy to turn around. And basically, this is it. It's a great machine. It's a heavy metal. It's all metal. There's no plastic on the machine. This is all metal. It's a very well-built machine. For the price, it's a tremendous price. It comes with a 1-year warranty for everything. We carry all the parts here in Florida, locally, not too far from Tampa area. We're in Dade City, Florida. We can send parts out within a day or 2. After the 1 year is up, if you have a problem, which thank God we don't have any problems with these except one time out of 60 machines, it was a little box that we switched over. You can call me and I'll find out what the problem is, and I can sell you the part, and then I can tell you how to install it. We can talk on what's up, and you can show me on the video, and I'll tell you exactly how to put it on, and I don't charge for that. So that's after the year. If you have any problems, you can just buy the part, and it's very simple. Here, there's 3 screws. With 3 screws, this opens up, and all the parts are right here. It's a very simple machine. The motor that spins the cable is down here, and that motor is about probably 20-something pounds. It's a big motor. It'll probably last 10 years or more. It's very powerful to spin the brushes. That's why you saw the brush spinning so fast. It's a very powerful motor. Again, this is the remote control for the off and on of the brush only. And with that, that's it. It's a great machine. I hope you like it. And if you have any questions, please feel free to call me at 656-234-5185. 656-234-5185. And again, my name is Ralph Nieves from Debris Free. Thank you.